levels are good. I'm at 24.
All right, Teddy, talk.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Mick?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Can you tell what it is right now?
No, you're good.
Yeah, we're all good. Yeah, just stay right there. And then
you're so militant.
Mick, if you ever, as you're doing this, if you ever think about it, I mean, just imagine you're talking, as you're talking, imagine talking to a guy like right behind Dave or, talking so Dave can hear you, just a little bit in the advance. Okay.
That's cool. I've never used a mic before, so this is really cool that you're telling me all this.
What are you talking
You know
about?
what? You know what, Mick?
Professional
You know what, Mick?
musician. What are you
Suck
talking about?
a dick, okay? Suck a dick.
That's how these work?
Yeah.
Frank, you swallowed a microphone.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hit the ball in front of the ball.
Yeah. So I just put this whole thing in my mouth and we're friends?
It's like dimensions. Hit beyond.
There's two balls.
Hit beyond the microphone.
Oh, my God.
All right, man. Dave, why don't you get a good look, count us down, and get a good look at my bowls. Hold on, let me get my timer going. Okay. So whenever you're ready, you can start it and count me down.
So you don't need me to remind you of the time at all? You're good?
Got it right here.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, everybody. My name is Matt, and welcome to the Real Three Idiots podcast. With me, as always, is Teddy.
I'll take the extended warranty.
Jesus Christ. So Teddy, oh my God. So Teddy, last week we sat in the studio, just the two of us doing the show, and today we have a full house. Pretty impressive, huh?
Actually, the two guys here are actually better than us, so we might lose our jobs. So don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Ted, we control everything here, except you. I control everything here. All right, we have a sound guy, and we have our first guest. So this is going to be pretty exciting. Before we get to our guest, let's meet our sound guy, Dave. Dave, do you want to say hi to everybody?
Hey, just want to make sure I'm looking at the right camera when I talk. Is it...
All right, Dave clearly doesn't get this. All right, it's actually great to have you here. Have you worked on any other podcasts that we might know?
Yeah, let me think. So I did work on one called Animal Juggling with Ben Swanson. I also worked on one called Selective Mute Society Podcast. That one, little challenging, just kind of sitting there waiting for a conversation to strike up. So another one that you might have heard of, Shut Up When You're Talking to Me. That was fun. And the last one is Cheese.
Wow. Okay, that sounds pretty good. You know what? It's actually we're glad to have you here, and it's good to have a professional behind what we're doing. And
Thank you.
Yeah, and this way I don't have to. So that's pretty exciting. All right, I need to do some housekeeping real quick. If you like the show, please get on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok and follow the show. With a capital T _real3_idiots_podcast. You can also find the show on Google Podcast, Deezer, Audible, SoundCloud, and Spotify. And you can email us at 3certifiedidiotspodcast@gmail.com. I think I fucked that up last time, and so some random person has probably got a lot of awesome emails that they have no idea what the fuck it's about. Like, why am I getting so many dick pics? This is weird. Teddy, have you been on any of our social media stuff?
Yeah, I'm not savvy enough to be on social media, but so I'm taking your lead. But I understand we had like about 30 listeners or 40 listeners the first time around, and possibly one follower who I'm assuming just got released from Bellevue Mental Hospital.
Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. Well, before I introduce our first guest, I need to let you know this. This segment is sponsored by Wang Ping's Happy Time Nipple Clamps and Lester's Animal Chips, now almost 100% hair-free, paw-free, and tongue-free. And Teddy, we all know, when we go through this, we kind of talked about, how many listeners we had, right? And our first show, it wasn't that good, right? I mean, it wasn't really much. We had about 30 listeners, okay? We had about 30 listeners. Now, good news, really good news. Take a guess at how many listeners we had for the second show.
Well, since the sound quality of the first show wasn't that great, I understand that, which is actually still pretty impressive. So I'm going to say for the second show, since you're super boring in general, I'm going to say if we had more than 50 listeners, that would be a huge win because you put me to sleep.
Ted starting off by being a dick. You gotta love that. Thank you, Ted. No, actually, you know what? We doubled our listeners. We had almost 60 listeners for the second show. Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Teddy, you should be very impressed. So I was thinking, I was doing some math. I love to do a little bit of math. If we double our listeners every week in 3 months, we'll have 250,000 listeners.
Wait, is this like that stupid shit where like if you get paid like a penny a day and you just double your salary, you'll be making like $2 million by day 30, like one of those like MBA program type things versus like a straight salary?
Oh, I think what you're trying to say is fuck you, Ted.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, but that's a lot of listeners. Dave, you did a couple of podcasts. Did your cheese podcast have 250,000 listeners?
Yeah, I'm not the best at math. We went about 6 years. What do we go? 500,000 listeners. First 6 years. Yeah, that's all right.
On a podcast about cheese.
Yeah, people love Gouda. Yeah.
Should have been sharp.
Sharp
What
cheddar.
the
Sharp
fuck?
cheddar.
Sharp Gouda.
Sharp cheddar.
Sharp cheddar.
Dude, that's incredible. Are you kidding me?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
And that's including people who are lactose intolerant.
All right. So let's go ahead and get to our first our only guest, our first guest ever. Now, what happened is recently there's been a lot of stuff going on about people in the music industry, and they passed away, right? Eddie Van Halen,
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf just passed away, right? I know Michael Nesmith from the Monkees recently died, right?
Yeah, he was like elderly though. He was like 74 or 80.
Elderly?
It's called old age.
Well, yeah. I mean, he died of natural causes. I mean, he didn't die because his dick exploded. I mean, yeah. So, and I think, you know what? I remember reading the Kangol Kid recently died. Yeah.
Was that the guy from like Jump Around, or is that like Run DMC? Kangol is the Kangol hat.
The Kangol Kid, Ted. I mean, are you going to quiz me on what kind of song he sang? What songs he sang?
The Kangaroo Kid or the Kangol Kid?
Oh my God. Oh man. So, folks, this music show is in desperate need of our first guest ever, Mick. Mick, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, and we need you because I don't know shit about music, and Ted is clearly a fucking buffoon.
I don't know anything about music.
No, you absolutely know nothing about music. All right, so Mick is our musical expert. All right, he's in a band. He's done everything. He's actually going to play for us a little later. Yeah. We're going to have a little contest to see if we can guess Mick's songs. Yeah, so that'd be pretty cool, Ted. I mean, if you listen to the music, do you kind of have an idea of what the names of songs are and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I have some idea of music, but I'm not really musically inclined. But if I could sing karaoke if I had to.
That's
Did he just have a stroke? Ted's not singing, right?
Obviously, I would never go back to that bar ever again, or see those people ever again.
Okay, so it's once again it's not croaky or whatever the fuck you're saying. It's karaoke. I don't even understand how you don't know that. The whole world knows that.
I think I'm a more talented musician than Mick until he proves me otherwise.
Okay. Well, you know what? All right.
He also thinks he can play golf better than me too. But, I mean, whatever.
I'm going to be proven wrong in about a month from now in Arizona. But you know what? Hope springs eternal.
Oh, yeah, it does for you. All right. Mick, a lot of people say they're musical experts, okay? So what I want to do is I want to ask you a question so the listeners know you aren't like some homeless guy Ted just brought into my basement like he threatened to do about 15 times in the last 2 shows, okay? So here we go. Hypothetical question, and I want you to give your best answer, and don't feel any pressure. There's a lot of pressure. All right. You and your band are about to start your show, okay? You guys have polished off about 2 bottles of Jack, 3 good hits off the bong each. You ate half a ham sandwich and a carrot stick you found on the floor, all right? The show is going to last about an hour, and here's the tricky part. There's 2 encores. How much cocaine do you need to get through the set?
All right, so you got to start off with 2 good-sized lines, right? That gets you going. That gets you on stage. While you're there, you want to bump every once in a while. So you figure about 3 bumps, evenly spaced throughout the set. And then you said 2 encores, so you definitely have to do another bump for each one of those encores. That should take you through a 2.5-hour set.
Ted, this guy knows his music. I'm convinced.
My only thing I can think of in retort to that is like Jimi Hendrix, who used to get super high on stage back in the day. Obviously, in the 1960s, would inject heroin to his neck, And although he was never a great singer, of course, he never missed a lick on that guitar, no matter how messed up he was. So, God bless Jimi Hendrix.
So your goal in life,
and Janis Joplin.
So your goal in life, Ted, your goal in life is that you can tell someone's a qualified at whatever they do is if they can just shoot heroin into their neck and still do what they're doing.
Well, I mean, it's just an automatic reflex. If you're that good, that you're that messed up, where you could, obviously play expertly on whatever instrument you're playing, that obviously you've obviously reached the top of your game. That's my opinion, of course.
So apologize for being a guest here, but so those guys they're also dead.
They're long dead.
Mick,
they're long
Mick
dead.
any of those guys die of old age? Any of them?
Boy, it's hard to believe it might have been the heroin in the neck.
No, what? No. I mean, who's the guy from The Doors? He lived a long time, didn't he?
Yeah, Jim Morrison.
Yeah,
27. Janis Joplin, 27. Jimi Hendrix, 27. So it's the 20. And Kurt Cobain, 27. So it's the 27 club.
How in the fuck do you know this? That is crazy, dude.
I'm tired of mansplaining shit to you. Just
Don't forget Amy Winehouse.
Oh yeah.
Was she 27?
27. Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, okay.
Yeah, but she was alcohol.
Yeah.
That was alcohol, not heroin. Just to clarify. Fact check. Sorry.
Okay. I mean,
Cabernet.
does it? Wow. You know what? It almost seems harder to do it with alcohol, right? I mean, if you shoot heroin into your neck, I mean, you every time you do it, you're pretty much going to die, right? You got a chance to die. I mean, if you're drinking, I mean, shit, I've been drinking for 54 years. Yes, hold on a second. Let me. I started when I was 4, so 50 years, right? And I don't. I mean, I a couple times I tried to swallow the bottle, but that was a bet, and I made a lot of money doing it. So, yeah, but wow, that's got to be. I mean. Wow, drinking yourself to death. Oh, didn't she sing about that? Wasn't that one of her songs?
Yeah, Rehab, I think.
Oh, well,
She was trying to get clean so she wouldn't die.
So, she sang about the things she wouldn't do?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking about 5 or 6 songs that I'd love to hear her sing, but I know she did that, so it wouldn't really apply. All right, Mick, an easy question, all right? You're going on a road trip, about 2 hours, in a car by yourself, all right? You're about to rock out. You're going to jam. What song, what band, what do you start with so you just go crazy, man?
I always turn to this. I always go to Tom Petty and Heartbreakers.
Oh, man. Love Tom Petty. I love
Another
Tom
guy
Petty.
that's dead, by the way.
No shit. Tom Petty's dead?
I tell you.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah. It's like Betty White. He's been dead.
Really? I did not know that.
Like George Burns, Betty White. He's been dead.
Okay, Ted, I have almost the same question for you. Are you ready? Does the radio work in your car?
You know what? Who else is dead? George Washington.
Ted. No. Ted, does the radio in your car actually work?
I never turn it on. I never turn on my radio. You know why? Because I need to be inside.
Because it throws you off, Ted. Here, just funny, and Mick can back me up on this. Ted is the worst. I've known Ted for 20 years. Okay, I have been in the car with him 3 times, and I will never ever go in the car with him again. He is a danger to himself. He is a danger to the people around him. He's a danger to the people on the sidewalk. Yeah, people who are going to go outside. I mean, I would not let Ted. I don't let Ted drive a golf cart when we golf. That's how much of a danger he is. And Mick, you can back me up. Yeah. He is absolutely a danger to himself and everybody else. All right, Ted, for real though, if you actually turned on your radio, what would you listen to? What's something that you just love to hear?
I'll be honest with you, this is a little counterintuitive. If I was pumped up, I would listen to some opera music. Or why are you laughing?
Because
why is this funny?
Because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you have some sort of brain damage, and you're my friend.
Elvis. I listen to Elvis. You know why? Because he was the best looking guy with the best voice. So I mean, how can you not listen to Elvis? They're still talking about Elvis today as if he's still here.
So you're into Elvis?
I mean, I'm not into Elvis, but I'm just saying, but he was a man ahead of his time.
Okay,
the voice.
All right, so let's do this. We're talking about that, the voice and the looks. Who's a hot singer right now? Hot singer guy, Ted.
Right this minute.
I mean, anybody. I mean, the Jonas Brothers, are they all over 18? Can we say this now? Jonas Brothers, Ted, Justin Bieber. I mean, I don't know who's the hottest guy you think is singing right now.
I'm not listening to Mick. I don't know who.
I'm the hottest guy singer. What?
Hottest?
Is that what he?
Wait,
I'm not the answer.
Mick's the hottest guy singer. Mick's the hottest guy singer. Mick's the hottest guy
I
singer.
was checking.
Because right now, all these boy bands or whoever's out there. I mean, what you got? Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh man. So
who's like I've never heard the guy.